Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we have a special edition of GTA, which is a Disney Pixar Cars version. We have a garage here with 10 cars from the Disney Cars film. Next up we have Strip Weathers, also known as the King. Now this car is the Bravado Gauntlet Classic Custom, which is the Benny's version, which costs 615,000 and the Benny's upgrade is 815,000, so you're looking at spending at least about $1.5 million for this car, but it's definitely worth it. It looks great, it drives really nicely, and it can go really fast as well. This car, I would say, out of the ones I'm going to show you today, is one of my favourites. It's a nice colour, one of my favourite colours. It's my old crew colour, and this, you can keep crashing and do the scene in Cars where he crashes at the end. Next up we have Ramon, where he is a Voodoo Custom, so this is another Benny's upgraded car. The normal base price is very cheap, 5,500, but the Benny's upgrade is 420,000. So with all the upgrades, etc., you're looking at around 500,000 for this car. I specifically went for the green version of Ramon because with the customizations it looked the best. However, his normal one was purple and he has a nice blue one as well. The car's not that nice to drive, but with the hydraulics you can mess around with it like this and jump around, so at least it gives you something different to do. It's a nice little car and definitely an extra little one to having in your garage, that's for sure. Up next we have the little Porsche car Sally, and the closest car to that is the Comet. The Comet is only 100,000, however you can upgrade it at Benny's for an extra 745,000, but for this one I haven't done that, so if you specifically wanted to make Sally, I wouldn't say that's essential, so stick to the cheaper option. It's a nice little car to drive, as it is based as off of pretty much a Porsche. It looks like a nice colour, and it's a cheaper version of a nice car to drive. It's not probably going to be great for races, etc., but if you're going to stick to a Cars 1 themed garage, I definitely recommend this one, as it's a cheap alternative to some of the other supercars in the future car films. Next we have Chick Hicks, which is a Declasse Drift Tamper in this game. It's the closest car to him in my opinion, and it's got some liveries which look pretty much like him. The only thing I would say is, which I haven't got, is the lime green colour, so if you have that I'd probably apply that, however I went for bright green. It's a nice sports car to drive. It was part of the Cunning Stunts update, and it costs 995,000, so you're needing at least $1 million for the upgrades, etc. So, but it's a very good racing car. It's very fast. It's a car that I believe is good to drift in, hence the name, and it's not too expensive, so it's definitely one I recommend to buy. Next up we have the campervan Fillmore, which is a hippie type of campervan in cars. This is a BF Server, which is very cheap at only 11,000, but you can also steal this car off the street and just drive into your garage, so you can technically get this car for free and just respray it. In my opinion, this is the only car that doesn't look entirely like the one in the film, but it's as close as you can get it. It's a slow car, so it's not one you'd probably want to drive that much, but if you want to do a car's garage, it's one you could definitely put in there, and it's something you could just drive around every now and again to have a chill little stroll on the streets of Los Santos. Next up is Fillmore's best buddy Sarge, which is a Messer. This car also can be found and stolen on the street, which is very good, or alternatively you can buy it on Merryweather for 87,000, so it does cost a bit more than Fillmore, but it's another one that you can actually get for free, and there's very little that you need to do to customise this car really. So if you stole it, you only really need to spend a few thousand to just maybe slightly tweak it a tiny bit, but it's more or less how Sarge is. But it's a nice car to stroll around in and could be used every now and again to being handy. Next we have Meta, which is the Rapid Slam Bang Custom. I went for this option, which is a Benny's upgrade, purely because it had a nice rusty effect. It is a tow truck, however, it hasn't got a tow, which is the only thing that doesn't look like Meta, but the rest of it looks more or less like him. It's a nicer one to drive compared to the other options, but if you wanted just a tow truck, you can't store it in your garage, but you can just steal one. This one, however, costs 49,500, and then with the Benny's upgrade, another 394,000. So you're gonna need probably 500 odd thousand for this one. But in my opinion, if you wanted to make Meta, this is the best option, and it's a nice little car to drive, believe it or not. Next up, we have got Luigi, which is the little Fiat 500 car. The best version of that in GTA is the Grotti Barezzo RA, and it looks pretty close to him in my opinion, and it's a nice little car to drive as well, believe it or not. Now this car costs 155,000 from 7SA Super Autos. It probably would be around 200,000 altogether. If you're going to make the Cars Garage, I'd definitely recommend this one, and it definitely can be one that you use just to have a little bit of freestyle play now and again. Penultimately now we have Doc Hudson, and this is an Albini Hermes, which costs 535,000, also from Southern San Andreas Super Autos. This one looks pretty much bang on like him, and it's one of my favourites also. It can be pretty costly with the upgrades, but it looks almost like him. It's just got different text, basically. It's a fast and a nice little car to drive, and it definitely gives the other racing cars a run for their money, I would say. However, this is based on an older car. But this is one, if you're going to make a Cars Garage, again, I would definitely recommend on getting, as it looks closest to out of all of them. Lastly, we have the main character himself, Lightning McQueen, and this is a Bravado Banshee 900R. You have to upgrade this one at Benny's as well, so the cost is 105,000 with the extra 670,000. This car is definitely worth it. It's a nice little race car, it looks good, it looks very much like him with the livery, and it drives really smooth, really fast. I would definitely recommend this, and if you're going to do a Cars Garage as the main character, obviously you, without a doubt, have to get this one. So Lightning McQueen is the main character across all three films. So there you have it, the 10 car garage. But I thought I would add in a fire truck, which you cannot own in a garage, but this is Red, the fire truck, and you can get a fire truck whenever by either blowing something up or dialing 911 and calling the emergency services, getting a fire engine to come. And then last but not least, we actually also have Mac, which is a custom MOC, which we made red and added a little bit of yellow. It's the closest we could get to him, and you know, you can't put a white hat on him or anything, but it does look very close, and this could just be another alternative. You could even store Lightning McQueen in here if you so wished, and that could just be an extra little bonus to make it look more like the Cars film. So there you go guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Grand Theft Auto footage. See ya.